Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. I've been a bit busy. As you can see, I've recently changed my OS to Ubuntu. Now officially a Linux user. So yeah, let's get into the video today. This video is about a basic topic about connecting your phone as a webcam and calculating the FPS of that video. So the way I don't exactly own a webcam. I use my phone to record videos. So what you're gonna have to do is to install DroidCam in your Windows or Mac. This is a DroidCam client, and also you have to install the DroidCam app in your respective mobile devices, which you're trying to make the webcam of. So after like installing DroidCam client in here as well as in your phone, what you have to do is to match your phone's IP address and port according to what is showing you on the phone, like on the phone's app, the DroidCam app. When you open the DroidCam app on your phone, you'll see these two numbers, and make sure that these two matches exactly, and press connect. Like click on connect, and it will connect you with the phone as your webcam. So I'm just gonna set up mine. Okay, so after you have connected with your phone, it's not showing on my Linux, but it should show on your Windows DroidCam server, like this client window. It should show you the feed, the live feed. So what we are gonna do in this video is to write a Python script which will actually calculate the FPS of the video that you're getting. All right, so let's get started. So open up your favorite code editor, and from there we will just go into it. All right, so first thing we're gonna use is the Python's OpenCV for the computer vision tools. So it should be like importing the CV2. If you don't have CV2, you can just go into the terminal, open up a new terminal, and just write pip install OpenCV Python. Okay, it's already installed in mine, so it says the requirement already satisfied. But for you, if you don't have the CV2, you should install it using this command. All right, so moving on, we're gonna need for FPS, we're gonna need time library of Python. So I'm just gonna import the time. All right, so here is something some of you might face a problem, which is that the way the CV2, the OpenCV, actually gets the feed from your webcam is by the video capture function. So which is we have to save in a variable, which is like this, video capture. Okay, and you pass in the number of, if you have multiple webcams, so you want to use the first one, or if you just have one webcam connected, you just have to pass the 0, because 0 is the first index. So this is gonna capture and detect if you have connected, or or the Python script can actually get the frames or the video from your webcam. So in my case, in Linux, it's quite easy because my phone, the DroidCam client, it's acting as the 0th, the first webcam. Some of you might not might feel this, have this problem of not detecting, that the webcam is not being detected. So for you, I'm just gonna specify this. So this should be the cam, and the video capture function is the same, but this will depend on your your IP address, because match it up with your DroidCam client. For me, it was 192.168.0.100, so it's gonna be like this, and the port number colon will be the port number, slash JPEG feed will be this part will be the same. So try this out. You'll have some luck instead of giving the 0. All right, so moving on. So first things first, we're gonna try to see if like my webcam is being the Python script can get the feeds from the webcam. So what we're gonna do is to open up a while loop, an infinite while loop, so that we get the frame by frame things. So we're gonna read from the cap variable. So we're gonna read. So this is our cap.read. So it's going to read, and what the read function defines is that first variable returns is that if it can read or not. So if your webcam is connected, the first variable, which I defined as the rec, it will be true, and if it's not detected, it cannot read. So this will be false, and the frame will be empty. And if it can read, it will be true, and the frame will be the first image that it reads. So so I want to see the image, see it in a window. So what I'm gonna do is cv2.im_show, and I'm gonna specify an parameter like webcam, and it can be anything, it doesn't matter, and I'm gonna see the frame. All right, so if I run this, it's gonna run it once and close it down in a split second. So I have to specify a key for it to stop. So I'm gonna specify a wait key being 1, and define a letter so that if we press the key on my keyboard, the window will close. So I'm gonna specify the letter Q, so either capital Q or the smaller q. So this is the ASCII values of Q. So if the key is detected to be 81 or 113, it's going to break out of the loop and eventually breaking the stopping the window. Okay, so we need to release it. So releasing it here, and finally for cleaner code, we're going to just say that code is completed so that we know that it's working fine. So let's try it out. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty dark here. So yeah, as you can see, it's working. You can see it's live here. If I close it, it's not going to work because the closing of this window exactly is specified to the letter Q. So if I press Q, it's gonna stop the code here and specify the code complete, because the entire code has been complete. Now we get to the meat of the video, which is calculating the FPS of our the feed that we just saw. So to define the FPS, we need few variables, or variables like the initial time, the previous time. So if we subtract the initial time with previous time, but if we find the difference between the initial time and the previous time, and we divide it by if we do 1 by that time difference, we'll get the FPS. So for this, we're going to define some few variables. So this is the start time, so we should be 0. Of course, everything should be 0 here. Now we're going to define also the FPS to be the 0, and also the total. Not going to need the total frames, just going to need up to this one. So now we're going to define the end time. So FPS end time, which will use the time function to get the end time. Now we will figure out the time difference, which is the FPS end time minus FPS start time. All right, so now calculating the FPS as 1 divided by the time difference. Okay, and also specifying the start time to be FPS end time. Right. Okay, so we want to see, because if we print, we're going to see it here, but we want to see it on our window. So for that, we're going to use the cv2's put text function. So we need to specify the text, which we want to show. In our case, it should be FPS, and specifying the FPS to be up to 2 significant figures. I'm gonna format the FPS. Right. So this is the text that we're gonna show. You will see it in a minute, because now what I have to do is to specify. Sorry, just move this one down a little. Okay, so we're gonna specify the put text, like put down the frame, the FPS text that we want to show, and this is the frame we want to show the text on. The position of the text would be 530, like 5 on the x-axis and 30 on the y-axis. And the font, I will choose to be this one. Yeah, it can be anything, doesn't actually matter. Now we need to define the color. Before that, the thickness, the color, I'm gonna specify a yellow color because this one is dark. And lastly, wait, this is throwing me an error. All right, so this, okay, yeah. So here, this line number 21 will put down the text onto the frame, and hopefully that's about it. Let's run it up and see if we get it. Yeah, as you can see, it's live here, and we're getting FPS on an average of 10 to 20, around 15 FPS. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, so just leave it down below. I'll reply to you whenever I'm free. So yeah, thank you for watching, and cue for close.